Coaching has impacted my life in a couple of ways. I'm listening more. Really. I was talking way too much and I was trying to explain myself when I didn't have to. And I'm finding that, listen, I'm not perfect and I still talk a hell of a lot, but it's teaching me to listen and to see, not only to listen or hear what people are saying, but see what they're saying, meaning their body language, their intonations of their voice. And there's a lot more going on than the words that they're using. And also with a 19-year-old daughter who is home from college, trying to figure out life and doesn't need mom, who normally would not be in her life every single hour of every single day, to be trying to fix things. So it's been really helpful during this time, during this very interesting time of all of our lives around the world, especially for us in my home with a young person trying to figure out what her next steps are, to listen and to ask questions. It takes me off the hook of trying to figure it out, which I think a lot of moms try and do, like being a good mom, you help your kids not feel badly. Well, you can't really not help them feel badly, but you can actually ask some questions that will help them answer their own questions, you know. So it's been really personal. And it's also getting some friends to go, you're not telling me what to do anymore. I go, oh, a little bit. Sometimes it comes out. I'm sorry. So it's been fun. It's been eye-opening. What I learned through my training at Coach Training EDU is be compassionate and be vulnerable, and to be able to hold space with others. You have to do that with yourself first. And that was not what I was expecting at all. And a lot of the concepts I've lived and experienced, but to see how and why it can affect another human being, and to have that laid out in all the chapters, and then the questions that, sometimes having the right question is like the $1 million deal. If you ask a right question, that might trigger somebody to just go and unravel themselves, like, oh my gosh, and having someone holding the space while you're doing that, knowing they're not going to go away, knowing that you've paid for them to be there, sometimes really, really well. And you don't have people holding space silently for you. So I'm learning that the time that you have with the client is really sacred. And you're not better, and you clearly get that out of the way in the very beginning. To be able to almost like have an orchestra of life in that hour, where there's a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and then it comes together in a crescendo, or a calming, like a settling at the end. Sometimes you really are caught up in a whirlwind, and it's a little scary because you don't know which end is up or down. But having faith in this process of just like, not making assumptions and being compassionate and being vulnerable, allowing the vulnerability because you've done so much work on your own. That's what I've learned. That's what I've learned.